Hi everyone, I'm Seyoung, a software engineer at Fanduel. Today I'm going to talk about accessibility, especially screen reader accessibility. I've been working on accessibility for both the mobile and web for past couple months at my company, and I think it's something more people need to know. So I'm super excited to be here today. So I'm gonna go over a brief agenda of what we are gonna cover. So firstly, we are gonna talk about what is accessibility and why software engineer need to know. And next, we're gonna talk about how to use screen reader accessibility tool. And next, we're gonna talk about how to actually implement for mobile and web with demo. And then finally, we're going to go over automation and regression testing. So, what is accessibility? Like, you guys have probably heard this word a lot, but what is it? So, why do we talk about this a lot in tech field? Accessibility means people with disability can use the app, making apps usable for people with disability. Accessibility can be about many things, such as color contrast for low vision, make a touchable button area bigger for people who has a limited movement, and there's a screen reader for low vision and blindness. When people in tech use term accessibility, most of the time it means screen reader accessibility, which we're gonna cover today. So then why it's important, why software engineer cares. So firstly, it's a legal requirement in many countries include US, UK, Canada, Australia, South Korea, and so on and so forth. And many companies are looking for someone who's able to bring accessibility work. Otherwise, company will be sued and fined. And also there is more moral argument, obviously, and also in business perspective, if we don't have accessibility, that means we are losing out on potential customer. So how screen readers work? On there's built-in tools for each devices, iOS, Android, and desktop. Screen reader on iOS called VoiceOver, and on Android TalkBack. And you can on and off easily from setting. I'm gonna show you later soon. And for desktop, if you're using MacBook, there's also VoiceOver for Mac like iOS and Narrative for Windows 10. And screen reader a screen is read out from left to right and top to bottom. So first element to be read is the element at top left of the screen. And excuse me. And to move on to next element, we swipe from left to right on the screen. And I'm gonna show you a demo in a bit. And the common gesture is tap once to select element and double tap to activate element. So this is screen reader record I made. So as soon as I turn on the screen,
voiceover on, music, back.
They read top left item first, and as I swipe on the screen from left to right, they're gonna move to the next element.
Button. Favorite, button. More, button. Album artwork, image. Mariah Carey, heading.
You see it's moving to from left to right and from top to bottom. And yes, this is like how we use a screen reader tool. And so how do we like, turn off screen reader on our devices? So I'm using iOS, I'm using iPhone. So there is a like a lock button on the side. I triple tap this.
Voiceover on, basic folder.
You guys hear that? And then triple tap
Double
again.
tap to open. Voiceover off.
To off. It's simple. And Android is same. Press volume key and hold both volume key on the side for 3 seconds to enable and disable. And on desktop, if it's MacBook, go to the system setting and there's accessibility to enable and disable. And if you're using Windows, equal the narrator and press Window logo key and Control Enter to enable and disable. So now we know how to use screen reader tools, but how do we implement accessibility? So this part is for software engineer. So how do we make voiceover and talkback read out our app? So screen readers, they're pretty smart. So when you have elements that have text already, you're automatically gonna have an accessibility label inferred by devices, inferred by iOS or Android. But even if we don't write any code as engineer, the system do that. That's nice, you know. And when it's an image, screen reader read out alt text normally, and they use alt text as a accessibility label. But if the element is something like without text, something like a switch, or if it's button, but if people use like icon instead of text, then screen reader get confused. They don't know what to read out. So in this case, this is from this part, it's software engineers' job to put accessibility label. So there's props for label and role. In React Native equals accessibility label and accessibility role. For web, it's all same, area label or just role. So we are going to use these props, and I will show you guys in demo how to implement accessibility. So I will show you on the native first. So I have this simulator here. And this is accessibility inspector for software engineers. You can turn on from Xcode. And if I inspect here, I even didn't write any code for accessibility, but you guys see there's already a label for home because this system already just used this text as a label. So I have a home as header and space X, and then this is part I'm getting trouble. So I'm using search icon as a search function, but screen reader doesn't know what is this, you know, they don't know what to read. So in this case, I'm gonna put some accessibility label here. So I have this search function. So I'm gonna put they already know what I'm gonna do. Label as search. Actually, I think it's better to put in pressable because this is what user is gonna actually press. So let's see now. So now you see label become search. And if I'm
Sorting, search, sorting. Full.
yes, they read out search, but users still get confused because they don't know what to do with this search. So I need to let them know, is this button? Is this link? Is this just normal text? So for that, I'm gonna use accessibility rule. So here, accessibility rule, it's button. So now let's see if they have a rule. Yeah, now you see traits become button. So let's see.
Sorting, search, button, sorting, full.
Yeah, this is how we do accessibility work. And also for this,
Demo SAT 2007, 321, Falcon 1, RATSAT 2000.
so this system read out this text, but users still don't know what to do with this. So if they click, they go to another page. So it means it's a link. So I'm gonna put the rule as a link. So it's here. The rule as a link. So let's see now. Yeah, now it got link as a rule. And for web, it's really similar with web. So I have this website for demo. And if I turn on the accessibility in the system, go to accessibility and turn on the voiceover.
Voiceover on system preferences. Entering home web link image. Rec NZ visited link image. Home logo. Navigation.
You guys see
You are
is
current
so nice.
voiceover off.
They already know what is accessibility label, even though I didn't write any code, because they're using art text per image. So, but I'm gonna change this one. So if I turn on accessibility,
voiceover on Chrome.
Again.
Visited link. Shop main. Visited link. Shop main. Visited link. Shop main. Voiceover off.
So here they just read it as shop. So I'm gonna put more specific accessibility label. So here this is shop, but I wanna read as I wanna put more guide. So area label equal to go to shopping page.
Chrome. Entering home web content. Visited link. Link image. Rec NZ0 co-op Mos. Voiceover off.
It's very annoying actually working with voiceover, but I'll go over again.
Chrome. Visited link. Shop main.
Okay, so
you want voiceover
shop,
off.
even though I put area label. So let's see what's wrong. Area label. Did I spell something wrong? Yeah. Okay, let's do roar actually then. Area label, go to shopping page. Let's see if it works this time.
Voice Chrome. Home link image. Rec link image. Visited link. Shop main. You are voiceover off.
Okay, I must doing something wrong. So for demo, I will just show you guys with roar. Roar is equal to oh, maybe I'm not connected. No, I'm connected. Okay. Roar equal to button instead of link. Refresh page. Let's see again.
Voiceover Chrome. Dimmed button. Dimmed. Empty main. You are currently on a shop button main.
So
you are currently on a button to click
link.
voiceover off.
This is how we change roar or accessibility label in web. So then that was demo, and let's talk about testing now. So testing is there is both regression testing and automation testing. So first we need to make sure the voiceover readout element as we expected with tools I mentioned earlier, like talkback voiceover or narrator. And also there is some automation testing tools such as X for web and then React Native accessibility engine for React Native. I use this one and I recommend to use this. It's really nice. They see something like we can miss, and they tell us like how to fix this label and roar. So and also for web, something you guys need to like be careful is when we talk about accessibility in web, that means also keyboard accessibility, even it's voiceover. So user need to be able to go through all the elements with just keyboard. So they're using tab key to focus interactive element like button or link. And then spacebar is for active button, checkbox, radio button, and enter key is for active link. So when we test, we need to also test for keyboard accessibility. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much all. And um, I don't think there's any questions, so I will just skip Q&A. And thank you everyone for come today.